Hello everyone, and welcome to We Harvest Shadows. Or at least the demo for We Harvest Shadows, a horror farming game that, well, as the store page describes, we become a recluse, build our farm, and try to survive the lonely nights. From the vibes I'm getting here, I can't help but imagine a first-person Darkwood, huh? Now this is just a demo, but a couple of my friends were raving to me about this and told me that I had to try it on the channel to try and get it some attention, so I can't wait to see what it's like. I mean, becoming a recluse, starting a farm, I believe we've all imagined that, and in this case it's a creepy and comfy farm. What more could you want?
Those eyes, that demonic face in the rearview mirror, that's when it all started. It was the morning after everything went down. I didn't have anyone anymore. I got into my mom's old truck to drive back to New York like I always do. But something happened that I can't explain. I saw my exit, turned on the blinker, and drove right past it. It sounds crazy, but I physically could not turn the wheel. So I drove for 4 hours straight.
You told us what happened.
I was in a rush to nowhere. So I drove, empty-headed and exhausted. That's when I saw it. It felt like the only right thing to happen to me in years. All I wanted was to walk down that path, lock the gate, and leave everyone behind. It would cost me everything I had, but I needed solitude. So I bought the farm. I did lock the gate, and I did throw away the key as hard as I could. I started laughing out of sheer joy. When was the last time that I laughed? I couldn't believe I was actually doing it. I was finally ready to forget it all and be forgotten.
You made me a promise, Garrett, in our backyard garden when you were little. Do you remember?
It's probably not what you expected, but I'm going to keep that promise, Mom. All right, Garrett, today's the day. You're gonna leave the house. Hold your applause, everyone. But where did I put that to-do list? If I can find it in all this garbage.
Oh my, that was beautiful. Oh, this is so cool. Dude, I was all ready for just like a creepy first-person farming and crafting game, but this... I am so happy that they're actually leading in to the narrative elements with this. I can already feel this is going to be something really special. Alright, well, we've got our flashlight, we've got our crumbling old farm, and it's mine. Things to remember. Check my to-do list every day. Don't forget to use tools. There should be some laying around the house, and I can buy more in the mail order catalog. Get to bed on time. These woods give me the creeps. Drop things in the trailer to sell them. Tree logs are worth a few cents, but tomatoes and chicken eggs are much more valuable. My ultimate goal should be buying the rifle, but I'll work on my to-do list for the first few days and save up some cash. This is the rest of my life now. Forever alone, in the best way possible. However, I did send one letter after buying this place. He's the only one who has my address. I wonder when he'll get here. Alright, me, keep your secrets. This is so cool. Look, it looks like there's the silhouette of a barn on the other side of the property. This is something that I feel like just about everyone has dreamed about doing, you know? Just leaving it all behind, getting a farm somewhere, and just having your own little corner of the world to yourself, where you have no one to answer to, when you're only reliant on yourself. I can't wait to see how it all goes wrong, or even how it goes right.
Well, TV would have been nice, with a whole being alone forever thing.
Ah, that's cheating. It's like saying you don't watch TV when you have a Fire Stick. Oh, my notepad. To-do list. Your to-do list is essential. Press tab to view your tasks. Tasks are marked with an asterisk are required to progress the story. Completing an optional or required task usually earns you money as well. You can view your money and important items at the bottom of the notepad. Alright, let's have a look.
Now, time for the greatest dopamine release possible. Cleaning your room and scratching it off your to-do list.
I really am home. Oh, and it looks like the sun is beginning to rise. Okay, well, you can pick up the trash and put it in the box. And look at that! This place is starting to look better already. I heard one of my friends refer to this as like horror Animal Crossing.
Ugh, this is heavier than it looks.
Yeah, I can imagine. Considering there's an entire crate of empty wine bottles in there. Okay, let's see the extent of this. Wow. How much you pay for this place again? I mean, don't get me wrong, the fact that it's yours will outweigh any costs, but it's certainly a fixer-upper.
Huh. I don't remember this being here.
The painting. Keep an eye on the mysterious painting in the hallway. It will change in subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways to signify your mental state and alert you to danger. The more horrifying the painting, the more danger you're in. Interesting. Alright, where do we get rid of this stuff? You said around the side of the house somewhere.
Man, it's pretty here. Not a soul for miles. I should have done this years ago.
I wonder how much exploration we'll be able to get up to in the full game. Because those... Oh, I was going to say, yeah, those look like Firewatch towers. Two of them actually very close by. Ah, that must be it. Wow, that is a big trailer.
Okay, that wasn't bad. Maybe I can get these tomatoes watered and then I'll be done.
Okay. We can also have a look at the shop here. We can buy a watering can for $1. And that's all we've got to our name. Must have blown every penny on this place. Alright, bye now. Okay. Now, once this is done, where do I refill it from? Tit, you can go to bed early if you complete your to-do list.
It wasn't a lot, but it was something. I better get to bed. One day down, eternity to go.
Must be a bittersweet feeling, huh? I mean, I would love to wake up, do 2 things, and go back to sleep if... Hello? Must have been the wind. Do we have running water in here? I guess so. You're starting to distort a bit. And those crows are sounding strange as well. A map of the area.
Looks like it's missing some pages.
Access your map by holding Q, but you'll first need to visit lookout towers before it's useful. If you have found all items in a certain location, a check mark will be added to the icon. There are no in-game waypoint markers, so be sure to slow down, study your map, and plan your next move with resolve. Stuff like this is how you know that the game is all about the experience. I love that. Ooh.
It's rusted shut.
Mysterious. A basement we can't yet access. You really did get this place sight unseen, huh? Well, let's get some shut-eye. We've got a lot of work to do, I guess, by our standards. You're facing the wrong way. I guess we were a little restless. Collect tomatoes. Collect tomatoes, buy the build book, and build a chicken coop. Well, early to bed, early to rise, I guess, right? Can we...
Nothing but the clothes on my back, huh?
Yeah, you're telling me. But I guess we don't need to change into them. Hello? Hang on, who's there? Who is there? Where's our front door? And what are you doing on my land this fine morning?
Huh? What is that?
No person, but... You're real?
Claire? Whoa! You remind me of someone, girl.
Hey, you gonna keep up or what?
I'm sorry, I just can't get over this view.
I can't believe you've never crossed the bridge before.
Yeah, but why leave downtown anyway?
To come see me, obviously.
Of course. Good point. Probably the best point. Whoa! Is that a deer?
How did she even get here? Hold on, give us some space. We've gotta help it. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Let's get you home.
Claire, do you ever think about me? Like I think about you? Do you ever wonder where I am? It doesn't matter. Get back to work, Garrett. That's all you're good for.
You left so much behind. But what you just said, that's all you're good for. Is this maybe not entirely a selfish decision? Is there some reason why you had to leave them? Okay. I mean, I can't imagine why. You seem like a kind person. God, that is such cool imagery. And such a good way to tie the past to the present. Even here, you can't escape your memories, even in the little things. It seems like such an impossible thing, but I mean, stuff like that has happened. Coyotes have made their way onto the subway. I'm serious, it's crazy. Alright, let's get you guys going here, right? $5.40.
Now this should come in handy.
I would hope so. And we can press Q to holster. Okay, so the number keys cycle our inventory. Wait, now how do I get the axe back? Ah, we can bring up a radial menu. I've got these stones. Maybe we can use those to build the chicken coop? Probably gotta chop some trees down as well, right? Yep, we can't carry them with us. What if we just... Ah, we can swing at just any tree. Smack, smack, smack. Ah, and it acts as a health bar as well. Let's make sure we stay out of its way. And we carry a log. Here we are. This is just a masculinity simulator. You said these should sell for 50 cents. 50 cents. Doesn't really seem worth it, honestly. Oh, wow, look at this. There's actually, like, multiple pages, multiple, like, categories. This is a proper building and gameplay thing. Okay, farming. We can get the chicken kit, and we can get the build book. Okay, so we need that to build the chicken coop. So we do that.
Okay, you got this. Just follow the instructions, bro.
Yeah, but I still have to... I still have to pick some stuff up so I can afford it. I mean, can I continue picking up trash? Even being able to sell that would be a huge help right now. Also, did I close the bathroom door yesterday? I'm honestly not sure. Alright, well I guess we're gonna chop some more wood while we're at it. Oh, look at that. We can actually, I mean, we'll move slower, but we can pick up multiple logs. This really is a masculinity simulator. Tell me then, can we sell rocks? Or, I mean, they're glowing. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that right now. But we can buy chicken coop. There we go. And now we can go into livestock chicken. Oh, we can build chicken fence for $1. Chicken coop for 10. Okay, this is actually gonna cost a bit. I guess we'll just be a lumberjack for a while. What if I drop these in here? Alright, well there's that. I feel like I should be getting a lot more bang for my buck right now. We should probably start with the chicken coop itself, right? Now the question is where to put it. Answer, a good spot would probably be right over here. Besides this little shack, right? Maybe right over here by the fence? Maybe that's not so great. There we are. I'm hearing something I really don't like and I cannot determine a position. You know what, game? Good idea. Good idea. Maybe now would be a good time to go to bed. Shouldn't I be watering those tomatoes again? Whatever, at least the flashlight seems to be infinite. I guess we're ready to sleep. One of these days you'll sleep like a...
I guess I'll take a quick look outside.
Was that the sound of some animal, or the sound of a rusty hinge squeaking? What is that? Should I really go outside? You don't have more to say about this? I am too scared to move. And that's how I know this is the game I've been waiting for. Okay, there's a light on over this. What are you, some kind of hawk or eagle? Hey. Oh my god! I didn't even have time to register you, but your eyes were like glowing. We're getting back inside. Go, 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 go,
Come on,
go.
Garrett, get a grip.
You're more calm than I would be. The lonely nights can destroy you. Nighttime in the forest can be especially dangerous. You can avoid the night by finishing your to-do list and going to bed early. You can also clean your home and grow your farm. The greater your farmstead grows, the more protected you will be from dangerous hauntings. Well, no wonder Eustace Bagg's farm was so dangerous.
You're a grown-ass adult, Garrett. There's no one out here. Go and look around if you're so scared, you baby.
Looks familiar. So does that. My god. Jesus! You're telling me that I urgently need to sleep. You know what? Goodbye me. Alright, day 3. Everybody give it up for day 3.
I don't feel as alone as I used to. Wish that wasn't the case.
You long for a connection. Hey, look, there's a light switch. Not that it really seems to do very much good. But things seem to have returned to normal for now. Look at that morning sun. I guess each morning makes you forget the night, huh? Makes you feel like all this has got to still be worth it. To be honest, I'd probably struggle with the same thought. To wake up every morning, do your work, all for yourself. Everything you do is to support yourself, and you can stop whenever you want to. It's the kind of thing I think we're wired for, and that so few of us actually get to experience. Okay, we can get some tomato seeds. Right now we've got to spend some money on the coop itself, though. So let's build that fence. Alright, we can rotate with... Hello? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now, how are we going to connect this is the question, and we're out of money. Well, let's get back to work then. Huh, we even have a masculine auto project. Even still, this place continues to draw me in. Hello? Kitty, hi. Kitty visitor. Okay, I'll pet you. Okay, where is that? Right here. Come on, you. Can I not bring it with me? Well, I suppose you can be a sort of free-range cat. Just come and eat when you feel like it. Oh, you are so cute. Look at you. Okay, I've got to get some work done, but you stay as long as you like, okay?
I'm good food-wise for a long time. Cans of beans as far as the eye can see.
I mean, I'd like some tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, but I bought them and now I can't seem to use them. A tree. Okay, what does that represent? We came up a little short this time around. I'm hoping that those dripping things mean that we've successfully watered. We can refill from the sink. I guess get inside. Oh, did our kitty friend eat their meal? Oh, look at you loitering back here. Kind of feel like we should take you in, but maybe that's not really what you want. If we leave the back door open, will you come on? I wonder if you can actually come inside. I'd certainly feel better about it. The stillness clearly doesn't change even at night. Yeah, you really want us to get to bed. Okay. What is all this? Check, 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 check. It's only day 3. We haven't reached that point of insanity yet. Your to-do list isn't completed. Yeah, no, I know it's not completed. I don't have money for it. Wait. Day 4. I don't like this. But I guess each day is a new start. We should be okay as long as our tomatoes have grown. Okay. Add replace that light to the to-do list. We fell behind, so now we've got to start new. Yeah, I don't know how to plant the new tomato seeds that we grew. We can apparently still keep using these plants, but I don't know how to plant more. Do we need like a trowel, like a tool or something? There we go. That's another $5. And let's have a look. A rake. Plant seeds in your yard. You'll need seeds though. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I think that's useful right now. We can just do this in a line, right? 1, 2, 3. And here's where we'll have to clear the land. There we go. Now we can plant seed, which we choose from a radial list. There we go. And I wonder how many that $5 will get us. We may have lost a day, but if this gets us a decent amount, it's really going to help going forward. Wow, we don't even have to stop. Maybe we can just plant whatever, whenever. Alright, well, let's get these watered then. I love this. Dude, this is exactly what I was hoping for. Not only is it strong in the narrative elements, but it's got an entire, almost Animal Crossing-esque gameplay as well. And we do have some companionship. I actually opted to restart the day because this is proving deceptively difficult to actually do everything I need to. We have new objectives now. Gotta buy the sharper axe. There we go.
Okay. I think I'm ready to venture out beyond the fence now. Let's see what's out there.
That's right, and we now apparently have to break down our own fence rather than just hopping it, because our objective is to explore the inside of the barn. How exciting it must be to explore a property that you own. knowing that you're not going to get in any trouble for snooping, knowing that all this is yours to do with as you please, that any discoveries are yours to claim. Well, the crows herald our arrival.
Wow, this is incredible. This will be perfect for cattle.
You're talking about cattle. Are you sure this is all going to be a one-man operation? I mean, at a certain point, it's okay to ask for help. I get that that's the whole reason you came out here, but still. You should be seeing dollar signs by now. Hey, there's something over here. Rifle ammo. Oh, I'll hold on to that. Let's see about our view.
I must be seeing things.
What do you mean? Oh, look, water. Let's immediately forget about that. Our property has a water feature. An oil can. These rare items are not only used to buy the best items in the catalog shop, but they're also required to complete the game. Keep an eye out for them as you explore. Okay, that's cryptic. Wait, what do we see from the opposite side? Oh, we can get some metal.
This looks like pure zinc. I read that an old factory is nearby.
A factory, huh? That's not it over there, is it? I had thought that those were like stables or something. Oh, even more rifle ammo. Okay, there's potentially a lot for us to find out here. Alright, we'll drop you down there. Maybe sell you for a profit. Oh, there's some metal here, too. Can we perhaps pick up more than one at a time? There we go. This could be just what we need to round out the day. Huh. And it looks like one of those logs is fallen on our roof. Well, that's alright. Has our friend from last night returned? Hello up there. Are you watching over me? Or are you something more ominous? That is a tremendous amount of money. Okay, well, our problems are solved. I would love to get to bed now, but I would also really love to get that rake. Thank you. I don't think we have to worry about money for a good long while. This was a huge win today, and hopefully we can convert those wins into something even better. I wonder to what extent we can actually fix up the house itself, make this place home. Hello? Oh, there was some debris falling down the chimney. Oh, have we not filled your bowl? There we go. I'm sorry, I'd forgotten until now. Oh, there you are. Oh, I'm glad to see you're still okay. You hang around, please. And, what do you know about raising livestock? Chapter complete. Day 5.
What the hell do I do now?
To progress the story, go to the shop and buy an item marked with an asterisk. It will start a sequence of important events and tasks which will lead to revelations about Garrett's past and future. Completing chapters will also unlock new items in the shop. Okay. So at this point, maybe things open up a bit.
I wonder if I can buy that rifle yet.
Well, with the metal sheets we found, I would say it's a good bet. Still, I would very much like to get rid of this stuff. Just imagine how this place must smell. Optional tasks can be found in your to-do list. Alright, well, unfortunately the days go by pretty quick here. Honestly, as I imagine they would working this kind of life. So it's probably a good idea to take care of the main things first. There we go, 30 cents for the whole lot. That's the kind of money we're working for right now. And you'll, I guess, need a couple more days to fully grow. Let's get all of these. One thing I kind of hope for is for the length of the days to maybe increase as we move on, because I would really hate to grow this operation to the point where I'm scrambling just to get the basics done before sundown. Yep. Now, let's see about that rifle. Ooh, no, that's actually a long way out, but maybe there's some more stuff over by the barn? Or maybe we can explore that thing over there, or climb that tower. Let's start with the tower. I mean, we've got to know what's around, right? Could get some chickens if we have some money left over. Maybe at a certain point we can invest in some gates, too. Man, this is so cool, how not only do we have our farm, but we've also got this entire huge property. I mean, this is essentially farming Voices of the Void, if it's done that way. This is going to be our first real look at the true extent of it, but I'm hoping at this stage that we're all finished dealing with 50-cent logs. C2. So these signs can also act as landmarks. If we're ever out here at night, we can figure out where we are. There's an abandoned structure over there outside the fence. Maybe that's the factory. Oh, it's another of those birds.
Whew. Come on, fat ass, you can do this.
Such an overlooked part of stairs in gaming. What's all this? A map of the area. Well, there's not much in our neck of the woods, but it makes it clear that there's a whole lot more next to the woods.
Wow, I can't get over this view.
There's a whole little operation over there. Something off in that direction. Another tower over there. Wow! All this is mine? Yep, rifle ammo. Still no rifle. I mean, that's the thing. For all the creepiness that keeps happening, I just keep getting pulled right back into how awesome this is. Like, I legitimately would not have run at this stage. Although, no word from us on how we reacted to that pile of checklists on the floor. I don't know. Maybe chalked it up to exhaustion. That thing on the TV, that smiling face in the corner. That jump scare came twofold. First when I realized there was something there, and then when I registered its expression. That's still sitting at the back of my head, and it's not going away anytime soon, I'd wager. There's gotta be some more to pick up here, right? One of our objectives is to sell 12 logs, and I don't know if we're gonna get to that. We spent a lot of time out there, but the rifle is gonna have to go on hold for a bit. Thankfully, we have the better axe now. Hey, was that a bug right there where I was able to sprint while holding this stuff? It was a good bug. I'd like to have it back. It also wants us to break up 3 tree stumps. So we can get rid of this stuff. Maybe we can plant some more. Get our own forestry going, you know? I spent an embarrassing amount of time in Farm Simulator 2015 back in the day. Remember, we should only sell this stuff when it's in high demand. Otherwise, bunker it. There we go. And that's done. Oh, we got money for the objective as well. I'd forgotten about that. Aw, come on. This stuff is outside our fence, so we can't get it? Thank you for getting that for me. Must have been the wind. Actually, that's not entirely outside the realm of possibility, so clearly I'm worried for nothing. Thank you. There we go, that's the trash done. Actually, by now, we should be able to pretty neatly afford that rifle. It won't leave us with much. But I'm gonna assume we need it. Purchasing this item will start a sequence that culminates in the ending of the demo. Are you sure you want to continue? No. Actually, I think I'd like to stay in this for a bit longer, if you don't mind. Because this is actually a tremendous amount of fun. Okay, let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god! Howdy. Okay, maybe there's still a few bugs to be worked out. But you're back. You're the same figure from the other night. Alright, let's get our things done. Let's get our things done. And go. Oh, and let's remember to feed the cat again. God, I feel so awful. I'm a terrible owner. There you go. Are you out here, buddy? There you are. Here, have some water as well. Alright, you're warning us to get back in bed. That's what we're gonna do. I'm not even gonna wait to find out what that is. I'm not gonna wait to find out what that is. Day 6. I feel like I'm worse off not knowing. But we've still got our bonus objective of selling 12 logs. Are you okay? Hey. Hey, where are you going? Oh, you ran off in this direction. Wait. Kitty? Kitty? Oh, I lost it. No, there you are. What's the matter? You're heading all the way off to the edge of the property. Wait. Kitty, what spooked you? You saw something you really did not like, huh? Okay, well, welcome back anytime. Oh, hello. There's a little outbuilding. This is a long way from the farm itself. Oh, but there is a piece of scrap metal. So that's helpful. Let's get ourselves a couple of chickens, shall we? There we go. And I guess you guys will go into the coop and lay us some eggs we can sell, right? This fence doesn't really seem to stop us, which I guess is fine. We can just step over it. And look at that. Our farm is up and running. We've got tomatoes, logs, a kitty, an abandoned barn, which, let's be real, they're all abandoned these days. We are living the life. But I'll tell you what, I cannot in good conscience end this without at least seeing what's in that structure over there, can I? Looks old and dark and creepy. Maybe some kind of garage for farm machines?
Man, what is your story, old building?
Is this character played by Ryan Gosling? Because he's literally me. Oh, look at this! A couple of abandoned vehicles. Ah, this was such a good purchase. Look. A van, maybe even an RV, a truck. Ah, they look old too, by like decades. I wonder if we can have a look inside. Yeah, probably not. Nothing back here either, but I did see that oil can up there. We'll have to do some parkour to get up to it. Yeah, that looks like we'll have to get on top of this RV somehow. Oop. Come on, there we go. Gotcha. We don't really have any objectives for today, so I'm fine with doing this. More rifle rounds. And a piece of metal for my trouble. Ah, so it actually does really reward you for exploring. This game is just like everything I've always wanted, and it's just a demo. Well, with this, we've definitely saved up enough money to buy the rifle. Just can I get at this, just so it can stop bothering me? Thank you very much. Let's see what that sequence that will end the demo actually is, right?
Finally, some good news.
Oh, yes. But let's holster it for the moment. Don't want any accidental firing, especially if one of those birds decides to pop out and jump scare me. Have you ever gotten jump scared by a bird before? They make that sonic boom when they take off. Horrifying. You know what else is horrifying? I should actually probably check on that painting that's scraping open of the door that sounds suspiciously like a breath. Or maybe that's just me due to past circumstances. Things are starting to wobble a bit. Let's make sure you're all watered. Each of you only needs a little bit. You look fine. Let's remember to feed the cat this time. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're already waiting patiently. Here you go. Oh, you little baby, the way you open your mouth and blink like that? Or maybe you're blinking because I'm shining a flashlight directly in your face. No worries. Oop, and how are the chickens doing? Oop. Something weird is happening with my flashlight. Wait, hang on. Hang on, there's some kind of activity picking up. You again. Overwhelming sense that something is coming. It's gone. But something else is there. God, I feel like this painting and the soundtrack just represent my paranoia. How the leisurely pace of this life just turns to terror as the sun dips below the horizon. Alright, let's sleep. Day 7, Chapter 2, The Diseased Couple. Shoot 5 cans on the log pile east of the house. Okay, we can do that. Oh, wait, I should also probably... Okay, things look good. Let's feed the cat first. Oh god, do I have to feed the chickens? Those things need food, right? I thought chickens are food. Okay, you're still good. Oh, nope. You get out of here. Get out of here. Am I supposed to... So as a farmer, we've got to defend our crops. I think I saw a scarecrow in the store. Presumably we can prevent it that way. But if I had been away while you were doing that, you probably would have gotten them, huh? Let's just sell all this. And go shoot some cans, I guess. I mean, we got this thing. You guys are just kind of ignoring the fencing. Am I supposed to raise you to a certain age and kill you, or is it the eggs that I want? It's the eggs that I want. Can I climb in there? Come on, I saw your eggs. Oh, I've got to open the lid. I see. Alright, I just imagine you guys are fine. Got some money. You say that the cans are on a log pile east of the house. Ah, that must be it down there. Okay, we've got ourselves a nice little range. Let's try it. Got a decent amount of ammo, too. There's some weapon sway. And I'm having a hard time picking them out from the background. But we won't always be shooting in ideal conditions, right? First shot's a hit. We're doing okay so far. Come on. Reload. Ah, we've got to load each one in individually. Bang. And I guess that's enough. Who gave us the $5? I'm not quite sure, but it's good money. I can take your bodies as well. And sell them for actually a decent amount. Oh, we can take on a job as a freelance hunter as well. Yeah, but if there's one thing I learned from Farm Simulator 2015, it's that the whole idea of farming is that nothing goes to waste. It's about extracting every little bit you can from the land, because everything has some use. Now, if we can start catching ghosts, I wonder what the going rate for ectoplasm is. And maybe we can even start farming them. Well, that seems to be a good day's work. The house is clean, we've got some good source of income. And I'm ready to stay inside for the night. That's crazy how much the atmosphere changes. But painting says it's all clear, and the painting wants what the painting wants. Day 8.
Okay, I got you, bud. I got you. It's okay.
And you said they'd provide the witness, right?
Yeah, they said it's not ideal, but we can just grab someone from the tax office.
Okay, great. Oh, I can't believe we're doing this.
Oh, I think he's waking up.
Oh, shh. It's okay, Garrett. You keep resting, sweetie. We got a ways to go.
Okay, we're here.
You scoop him up. He'll wake up on the way.
Okay, I got you, bud. I got you. It's okay. I'm sorry I was gone for so long, bud. I won't leave you again. When are you getting here? Did you get my letter? I'm just so tired. I have so many years left. What am I gonna do? Maybe coming out here wasn't a good idea after all. But I can't go back. I'd rather die than go back.
Hey, is there someone there? Hang on, whoa, I think I see something. Wait, come back. I swear there was someone watching me from here just now, but I couldn't get a good look at what they looked like. There's someone there, too. Morning, kitty. Here, here, I'll get you your food. Hang on. Everywhere. I understand. It's just like our dad. We're always waiting for the day when the people we left behind will come walking down that trail and come see us, but I guess it's starting to sink in just what we've left. Just get to the end of the day. This is it, only 8 days in with so many years to go. Our first taste of loneliness. Do we just play a montage? Nothing like monotonous farm work in the rain while tormented by memories of loved ones. To show just how much the isolation is setting in. In just the short amount of time I've spent with this, I can already tell that this is going to be a masterpiece. I mean, it's very much like a work simulator in that we're so in charge of our responsibilities, and it's so in-depth that we lose ourselves in the monotony of these tasks, and all the horrors come to us, or if we so choose, in our free time, we go to it, go exploring around our property, knowing that we have absolute freedom, but that we've got a schedule to keep. And yet it's got something more, because we're our own boss. We're our own boss, and we came out here for our own reasons. But it's starting to get dark already. You understand, don't you, kitty? I know. This time, the distortion is centered. There are two versions of this that I'm the most afraid of. There's the creature we've seen in here that we have not yet encountered outside of this. And there's the times when it's all the same, except the door at the end of the hall is just slightly ajar. Yes, that's precisely what I was talking about. Thank you for illustrating my point. Illustration. But now we've just got to make it. Also, I really feel like the rain should water this. Get out of here, you. You know, if I had had a look at this earlier, I would have seen that for $1 we could increase our carrying speed. $6, that's all it took. Oh, my. It sure has gotten dark, hasn't it? Are we able to get some rest yet? Oh, what are you looking at up there? Stupid corvid. The door remains open.
Follow me.
What do you want with me? Can't I just live here in peace? Is that too much to ask?
The shed to the northeast of the house. And you just wrote that down. This isn't something you were told. This is something that you just feel innately, isn't it? Okay, the shed to the northeast. Wait, is that the one that I found the metal in earlier? I'd really like to have the ATV for this. Chicken, do you know how to fix this thing? No, you wouldn't. You don't have hands. Oh, we're the farmer now. Who's a farmer until you've run out into the dark night to chase down whatever woke you from your sleep.
It's all in your head, Garrett. Stop being such a little bitch, you lunatic.
Look. Back away. But don't look too long.
I need to get back inside.
Yes, I do. No. Flashlight, don't do this now. No. No! What is that? They're joining hands. Wait, but you say don't look too long. We need to follow the path. Are they fast? That's the question. Headless lovers? Back, 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 back as much as we can. I've lost sight of them. I've lost sight of them. Oh god. No, let me up, let me up, let me up. They're still moving out there. I can hear them. Is that her?
Claire, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god! I think I just got cry-of-feared. Thank you for playing. Please consider wishlisting We Harvest Shadows on Steam. New tools, crops, vehicles, and haunting enemies. You are not kidding. 1 square mile of land to explore, crafted with love. An emotional 4+ hour story with an unforgettable ending. And bonuses like endless mode, dev commentary, and more. So that was just the demo for We Harvest Shadows, and if that had been just like a $5 game, I would have called that one of the best indie horror games I've ever played. That was fantastic. But don't get me wrong, I do see the endless potential for expansion on this concept. Excellent story, excellent voice acting, amazing music, beautiful world design, very engaging gameplay and meaningful gameplay. And all as a means to discover some scares that really stand out. Like, there weren't really any cliches within that. And whatever that was we encountered at the end, driven out there by nothing more than a feeling, and pursued back by... I don't even know what that's meant to mean. I can only imagine that we're dealing with the Silent Hill school of haunts, and that what trauma brought us here is going to be reflected in the things that pursue us in the night. So 2 weird things about this game. It turns out that A, it's using a ton of copyrighted music, and B, there is an option in the audio settings to turn it off. Why it's there at all at this point, if you have replacement, I don't know. But I ended up going back and re-recording a playthrough of the game so that I could replace the audio during the cutscenes. And it turns out that a lot of the scares in this are actually randomized, meaning that every experience is going to be at least somewhat different. And I figured I'd show you some of the additional scares that I got this time around.
I must be seeing things. Shit.
So I got rifle ammo, but unfortunately I presently lack the rifle. So what am I doing with you? Hello? Should I be keeping an eye out there? I can't see a thing in that direction. Well, time for Betty Bye. Oh, look, there's a note from the developer. Dear player, thank you for giving my small, unusual game a chance. Like a lot of developers, I work obsessively on the computer all day, hoping that my creations will find an audience. But mostly I daydream about never looking at a computer screen again and running away to a distant farm so I can plant and gather things in the middle of nowhere. There actually was someone who left the world behind and vowed never to talk to another person again. In 1986, Christopher Knight drove his car into the wilderness until it ran out of gas, abandoned it, and walked into the woods where he would stay for the next 27 years. He never talked to himself, and he literally spoke one word the entire time. He accidentally ran into some hikers in the 1990s and muttered the word, "Hi." I read the book about Christopher during a dark time in my life. I kinda envied him in some ways, until I read about the cold Maine winters he had to endure. The only way to survive the nights would be to wake himself up every few hours to walk around and warm up. Sometimes, on the brink of death, he would see a cloaked figure in black standing off to the side of his campsite, staring at him with a menacing smile, and asking him to come closer. He later said that sometimes, when the cold was too bitter, he would consider approaching the cloaked figure, but he chose to ignore him and kept warming himself up. Even though there weren't any people around, Christopher wasn't as alone as he thought. Maybe one day I'll explain more about how I've actually been doing the past few years, and how it resulted in this game. It was born of pure self-hatred and desperation, which makes it my most personal work yet. I'm kind of embarrassed by the things I've felt and gone through, but it felt good to put those feelings into this story. I hope you enjoy the demo, and I wish you luck as you face the inevitable Maine winters in your own life, even if the cloaked figure waits for you outside your tent. Sincerely, David. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.